Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, my brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well. Doing well.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Other folks not. My sister's son just had a massive heart attack last week.
Oh, wow. How old is he?
42.
Mm.
Man, I mean, it just keeps rolling. I mean, I guess it's my time to deal with deaths. I've
But
had it.
he's going to recover though, right?
No, he's gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gone. He had a massive heart attack. He was a little bit overweight and had some diabetes and have sleep apnea and all that stuff, man. And he got up to go take his son to school, hit the doorway, went down, never came back.
Wow.
Yeah, man. My thing, it was somehow, some way, this insurance stuff and our people just have to change. Nobody has life insurance, man. It's like, whew, wow. You know,
Did he
I,
not work? He wasn't working.
no, at the time he wasn't working. He was on disability because of his weight issue and his inability to function. So
Okay.
he didn't have anything, But well, I tell you, man, this has been just running rampant in my family, man. I'm just trying to get people to wake up. Look, don't y'all see what's happening? Nobody has insurance, man. My sister just had double breast removal. Now she's on chemo, don't have any insurance. Her husband, they just gave him 6 months to live. He don't have any insurance.
Mm, mm,
Woo.
mm.
I know this is just prevalent. I'm looking at friends and relatives and other people, man. And I don't know what it is about not covering that aspect of your life, but it's just not, it's just strange. Unless you're working, you have a little something, people just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, bro. But alhamdulillah, it's my number 11 since February last year, and only one out of that 11 had insurance. Yeah.
Mm.
But how's the family? Everybody good?
Everybody in my family is doing okay at the
Good.
moment. We're like every other family pretty much around the world.
Yes,
There
sir.
are more of us over 50 than under 50, probably.
Yeah, that's a reality coming into fruition. I tell you.
Yeah, but so far so good.
Yes.
Everybody's got a little, everybody's got a little knock here or there. You get to
Yeah.
be about 70 years old, you're gonna have a knock.
You gonna definitely have one, no doubt about it. Yeah, 'cause we don't know what we eating and what's going on in the
Oh,
atmosphere.
we know what we're eating. It's the amalgamation. Look, you can have a pizza, but you
Yeah,
don't
oh
have
yeah.
pizza. You don't have pizza every meal.
I know the feeling, bro.
I
I see
mean,
pizza boxes all day long around me, man.
yeah.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's really nothing wrong with it.
Our bodies are incredibly adaptive
Yes.
and very good at getting rid of waste,
Yes.
right? Unless you just totally overwhelm
Yeah.
to the point that your digestive system, your liver, your kidneys can't handle the volume.
Yeah, you said the magic word, liver, bro. And liver is attached to every single organ in your body. Yeah. And liver that's been the key. I think a lot of people begin to realize it as well, how important the liver is. And not the rest of them are not, but the liver, every
How are
single
you
organ.
today? Staying warm? Good. You ever play basketball? Where? You didn't go to South Lafourche High School, though, did you? Okay.
Hey, ma'am, Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Were you good? Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Gone for a year or two, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you got that movie. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. We'll talk. Police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's new here to Dallas. Came from New Orleans.
Mm.
Really nice lady.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Assalamu alaikum, Imam Tariq.
Walaikum assalam, everyone.
How are you doing?
Islam, you, my good brother.
Doing good, doing good. What's on my mind, and Edward, it's for everybody, but I'm just mentioning your name. Um, one of the ladies or persons that was on listening to Imam Adams' presentation last week,
Mm-hmm.
she was impressed by it. The way I got to know her, I had registered for this mental health conference um, that they sent, reaching out to religious leaders in the community. So when I registered, she responded back and she said, "Are you Muslim?" And I said, "Yes, yes," and everything. She said, "Oh, I've been interested." But anyway, moving forward, um, by being on, I think me posting it on social media and we friends on Facebook and everything, she again was impressed with the presentation. Okay. And I mentioned to her about the credit union, and she uh, responded by saying, "Well, I work for such and such a bank." I said, "No, I didn't know that because, we just getting acquainted."
Yes, sir.
So she said, "I would like to know more about it." I said, "Well, all I can tell you is where I'm at with it and that the membership is free." So she said, because she's interested in being a part of the credit union, proposed
Oh,
credit union.
cool.
Pardon me.
I mean, wow.
So, but she don't deal with the financial things or the money things at the bank. And I mean, and you're probably familiar with the bank is Hancock Bank,
Oh yeah.
Hancock Whitney now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what department that she affiliated with, and so she's now, whether this matter or not, she's not of our ethnicity. She's, Caucasian and, if I should say, Latino. So
You ever
I
been to
guess
you ever been to Indonesia?
no, sir.
Largest Muslim country in the world, and they are not of my ethnicity.
Oh, is that right? Right, right, right. So, but I just kind of sharing that. But she seemed to be a real, again, express some interest in the religion as well.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, because she be listening to my cookballs almost every week.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
and even the entrepreneurs presentations that I do on Saturday, she be rearing those. So I just needed to bring that uh, I guess to everyone's attention and to see do you want to have a conversation with her, Edward, beforehand or
Yeah,
what?
obviously the first step for her is to go to the website and become a free member, right?
Yeah, right. I mentioned
That's
that
that.
to
Yeah, so that's step one, and step two, I think, because I think this is easier than feeling like you're being interviewed, is
her.
just
Yeah,
for us to invite her to attend
right,
one of our Sunday meetings.
right.
And she can kind of get to know people the way you would if you were in a really relaxed public setting, just
Mm,
around the coffee table or something.
right.
And she can ask questions and different people, she can hear different people's
Yeah,
responses. And I think that
yeah.
would be the best thing.
All right, I'll follow back up on that because, like I said, I did invite her to go ahead, become a member. I said it's free, and so
Mm-hmm.
she said okay, and like I said, I'll follow up with it. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. What was her name? Do you
Teresa,
Avina?
A-V,
Avina.
Avina. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Teresa,
I do.
Avina.
So when you said Teresa or Teresa, however she
Yeah,
pronounces it, I
yeah,
remember because she was one of the early people
yeah,
that
yeah,
logged in to the meeting.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's cool. That is really
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm going to say she stayed the entire meeting.
Yes, she did because I had to sign off, and she was still on.
Hmm. That is excellent. Okay, yeah, definitely tell her join us and give us a chance to get to meet her and vice
Okay,
versa.
I will call her sometime today.
And as far as the part of the bank that she works in, it doesn't matter because
Yeah,
if you get to be a certain size institution,
mm,
you got to have all those departments.
yeah. Well, she gave me all the info. I said, well, I don't. I say I wasn't asking for any of that. She just started letting me know that's what she's currently at
Hmm.
and what she do
Right.
and everything. I said, okay, I'll bring it to who I'm supposed to bring it to and see where to go from there. And that's it.
Most excellent. Assalamu alaikum, Omar.
Wa alaikum assalam. How you?
I'm doing well. Doing well. We got Brother Rashid and Imam Tariq are with us. We're waiting on everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sounding like brother Omar. How you doing?
Walaikum salam, brother Rashid. I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And I finally made it, man. So have we opened up yet?
Not yet.
No, we're waiting on a couple of yourself
Okay,
and
more
probably
folk.
Adam.
All right. Alhamdulillah.
I thought maybe you were in the mirror doing your dress rehearsal for tomorrow night or something.
No, no, man. In fact, I may be, I'm going to be practicing later on because I have um, some slides I want to um, some slides I want to show while I'm presenting. Because some of this I have I've not done publicly, um, like the 10 things not to do when somebody dies, or the seven things that need to be left out of a will. Um, I've not expressed that publicly. So when what I've been doing in the past is just using that information with clients or potential clients, just uh, and one of the things that I stress, particularly for us as Muslims, is not to put your burial arrangements in your will, uh, because the will, um, your family won't know about the will until you get to court, for probate, or
But
until.
shouldn't your family members, I mean, especially if one of them is the executor, shouldn't they have a copy of the will?
Yeah, they
Period.
should.
Always.
Yeah, yes, but that's not. No one has to pay any attention to a will that a court has not probated as a technical matter.
Mm-hmm.
So where it needs to be is in your healthcare power of attorney,
Right.
particularly in the advance directive.
Right. Okay.
For all those parts where you talk about, don't autopsy my body. I don't want my organs donated, tissues, eyes. I don't want none of that. Don't keep me artificially alive. Somewhere in those documents, you need to instruct people of your burial rights.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a suggested list of sort of edicts that you can make where people are required to respect your wishes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it needs to be, because it is the doctors, the nurses, the hospital, any family members that may be present at your bedside. It is where that document will be on file, and that's assuming the person you have assigned as your healthcare provider will make that document known. Because they're the ones that you have given authority to speak on your behalf when you can't.
So I've done last year. I did another power of attorney for healthcare, in which I named my older son and then my younger son as successive decision makers.
Right.
In that, as a part of that, they both got copies of
Right.
all the directives.
Yes.
And the way the attorney drew it up is that my decisions that then extend to them in case I'm incapacitated supersede all medical decisions.
Right.
So
As, as long as long as you're conscious.
the hospital, no, this extends into my burial and beyond, like even exhuming my body. It
So,
covers the fact that my body cannot be exhumed.
okay.
Right? Like it would take a court order for some kind of
Right.
criminal investigation
Right. That's right. Yes.
to
Yes.
exhume my body.
Yeah.
So once I transition, the medical facility, the county morgue, so on and so forth, they are simply actors following the instructions of my family members.
Right.
Period. Like my family members will have the ability to come and get my body whenever they want to.
Right.
There's no hold on the body, nothing of that nature.
Right.
And I live in Texas.
Yeah.
And there's a very good chance that in a year and a half I'll be living in California.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to do the whole thing over again.
Yes, sir.
Because California law is different than Texas law.
That's right.
Court cases and all that kind of stuff that's gone on over the years.
Now
so I'll have to do the whole thing over.
Check your document. Check your the healthcare document.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember correctly, and I'll look after I make this statement. But if I remember correctly, there is some language that that I put in. It might be Maryland, where this document is to be honored anywhere you go. So even though it may be, say right now, what you've got is for Texas, let me look at that. I'm gonna look for that language.
Yeah, there's legal language called interstate compacts.
Yeah.
Some states acknowledge other states.
Right.
Some states don't.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas is weird.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They have some rules in Texas that are mind-boggling.
Yeah. Texas is a little different. That's true. Louisiana is a little different. And California and Texas do not play well together.
No. Yeah, I remember when I was banking in California, if I made a person who lived in Texas alone, when they got out, they didn't have to pay me. Called the Soldier Sailors and Relief Act. Man, if you had a Texas background, you wasn't getting no loan from a lot of financial institutions in California. That was for sure. So those military people who had that background in Texas, it was scrutinized very, very well. You go back to Texas, you don't have to pay. That was weird.
But yeah, that should be an interesting presentation. I'm looking forward to it. To be sure. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a whole bunch of people on time today. So Imam Tariq, will you open us up this morning?
Okay. Wait a minute, did I mess up? Are you all hearing me?
Yes,
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I hit the me. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen.
Ameen. All right. So yeah, I guess our big item is the fact that we do have collective conversations tomorrow evening. with Imam Talib bin Akhta being our presenter tomorrow. So hopefully everybody is getting the word out and sharing the Zoom information of how to very easily log in to that program. And if you don't have it, I will send that information out again today. Kind of the abridged version, the easy, so people can just kind of click on the link and come into the meeting pretty easily, unless they're going to have to do it by phone. And that information I will send out as well, so you can share it amongst all your networks of people. And I'll put it on our social media sites as well, Facebook and Instagram, and that should probably cover it.
Yeah, just real quick. In fact, and I'll check and see if I've put this in other states, but on the state of Maryland statutory medical health care power of attorney and advance directive, on the first page, part 2, it spells out the preferences pertaining to any efforts to extend my life in 3 situations. But the part I wanted to get to here is I cancel any previous power of attorney for healthcare and advance directive that I may have signed, and I intend for this power of attorney and advance directive to be universal, valid in any jurisdiction in which it is presented. Copies of this document are as effective as the original. And then it goes on to say that you've given a copy of this completed document to your healthcare agent and successor. Yeah, so that's the language. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to, inshallah, before tomorrow's call, I'm going to check and see if that language, if it is allowed in other jurisdictions as well.
Okay.
Or which ones they may be. I may not have time to do all 50, but I may be able to get at least a good cross section.
Yeah, there's one other thing I would like for you to examine if you have time. I know you pretty much have your presentation down, but when my sister was ill back in 2020, she had spent some time in the Baylor Medical Center here in Dallas undergoing treatment. And she was there, I want to say she was there for about 5 weeks. And during that time period, I mean, one of the things they ask you when somebody's admitted is, do you have medical power of attorney? Do you have advanced directives? So on and so forth. She did not. So we actually completed those documents there while we were at Baylor Hospital, right?
Right.
And
yes.
I'm her oldest brother, so blah, blah, blah. I got the thing of having to make the decisions if she was going to have a surgery, so she was going to be out for a while, that type of thing. So fast forward about 7 months, and she is in another medical facility, Medical City Dallas Hospital. And the nurse and social worker come in and ask the questions, do you have a medical power of attorney or advanced directives?
Right.
And we say, yes, we completed that information at Baylor Hospital. And they
That's true.
say, no, that
That's right.
doesn't do you any
Yes.
good here.
Yes. It doesn't. Unless you walk in, there's two things that could happen. And this happened to me more than once in another instance with financial power of attorney, which is something I caution people about since I've had the experience. If you were to walk into a hospital with an already documented healthcare power of attorney, the hospital has two choices. They can accept what you give them, or they can provide you with a like kind document that their attorneys have approved for you to also fill out in conjunction with what you've bought in. So when you filled out the healthcare power of attorney at the first hospital, that was only good for that hospital.
Correct.
What could have happened in between was you all getting a healthcare power of attorney for her like you have.
Right, exactly. That's what prompted me to get mine.
Right. And that should be accepted by the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Where the issues come in is, and this happened to me at two financial institutions with a financial power of attorney. I took the financial power of attorney into Truist Bank, and they would not accept it until I came back with their document, notarized and everything, just like my original was. So now on file, they have my financial power of attorney for my client and the one that I filled out for Truist, because their legal department requires that you use their form.
Mm-hmm.
So did Penn Fed Credit Union. I had to do the same thing with them. And I mentioned this to people as a caution, because it took Penn Fed 4 months to recognize my financial power of attorney. Needless to say, no sooner than I got it, I closed the account. Truist, notwithstanding my having to go and get a new, it was just a one-page financial power of attorney from them. Notwithstanding my having to do that, it took them 2 weeks to get this done. You're going to, so the advice is, as best people can, to do these types of things in advance. So if you know that you've been given power of financial power of attorney, it would be best for you to go into the bank and ask them for their document so that you can already have that done and the transition will be quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to think about their incapacity during hospitalization. And that incapacity does not have to be you being unconscious. That incapacity could be they're just keeping you in the hospital.
For observation.
In other words, here's the concern that people need to have. unless you have automatic payments set up for your bill paying, your monthly bill pays,
Mm-hmm.
if there is any reason for you to have to go to the bank in order to conduct your business, if you're in a hospital, you can't do that.
Exactly.
So your financial power of attorney needs to be activated so that, and I'm going to just use this as an example, so your utilities can be paid, your rent can be paid, your mortgage can be, car note, because I don't know, I don't know the percentage of people that have automatic payments, but I'm willing, I'd like to suggest that unless you are a settled and a financial savvy individual, you don't have your stuff on automatic payments. Now, as savvy as I think I am, I don't put the only thing that I have on auto pay right now is my monthly, my and my wife's monthly annuity, my monthly insurance on our automobiles and our home, and our cell phones. I don't have anything else on auto pay. And the reason that I don't, and I don't know if any of you all have had this experience or not, but when it's time for you to want to stop it, it can be difficult because the right hand is not keeping up with whatever the left hand is doing. So you may find that they will continue taking out things that you have canceled. I mean, in fact, there's somebody, one of these companies has an app where you can go in and see what subscriptions you have and things that you're paying for on a monthly basis. And I mean, you would be shocked at finding out all these little nuances that come in on your credit card that are automatically deducted. You might see on there $3.07 from Apple or something from Google. And they're all deducting these sort of monthly fees that you trying to get that cut off may take you a day or two. So it's while it's good on the one hand to have that, particularly as you get older, it can be somewhat problematic should you, one, have to stop it. But secondly, we need to tell our family members what it is or how it is you're handling your finances, so when you die, they know what to do. Because whatever is in your bank account belongs to you. And so this idea of you becoming the beneficiary of your bank account or pay on death on your bank account becomes huge when you have the authority to be able to access that account for the things that you need. So you can go and ask for past statements so you can see what it is that has been automatically deducted, to contact those people if necessary, so that you know who to call to stop certain things. Like there's certain automatic payments or automatic deposits that each one of us should be mindful of, that people need to be informed. So Social Security is an example. When your loved one dies and they are on Social Security comes to a bank account. Whether you have control over that bank account or not, your family has the responsibility of informing Social Security that your loved one has deceased. And because if you don't, Social Security will continue depositing your loved one's checks into that account. But once they find out, they are able, without a court order, to go in and remove that money. Money that someone else, maybe through automatic withdrawals, has already gone in and taken out. So, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it is, how can I put this? Two things. One, death is serious business. And the person that you select, they don't necessarily have to be, it would be a bonus if they are financially savvy. But what you're going to need more than anything else, is someone who will follow through, who will know if they don't get the right answer, they'll continue to call back until they finally get what it is that they need to get. You don't need somebody that's going to give up on the first try. This person needs to be, what's the word they use? Tenacious. Because unfortunately, these people who are in the positions that they are, when you walk into a bank, they're not the ones to make the final decision. Sometimes bankers even get surprised when people walk in, especially Black people, and say, I want to make my niece the beneficiary on my account. Or even if you were to ask for a pay on death. Some of these people will look at you like, how do you know about that? I mean, I still get these looks when I tell people that I have financial power of attorney on my client. And they'll go and look it up, and sure enough, there's my name. And then their whole demeanor, changes. And this is when I go on a regular basis. I'm not talking about I just show up once every 6 months. So you are going to be the person that you select for this position. They're going to be tried. And they're going to find this trying. So I'm saying also, what's the solution? Make your selection. Then have a conversation with that person that you have selected to give them some idea what all of this is going to entail, so that they will be prepared, and then let them decide, all right, I'll do that for you. And now what it also assumes is that So if you're the type of person who has gone through whatever medical things you've gone through, but nobody in your family really knows about it. Yeah, they know you got high blood pressure, but they didn't know that high blood pressure was leading to other conditions that you have not told them about. It's time for you to come clean. It's time, because this thing ain't a joke.
No, it's not.
It's not a joke, and because what we need to know and understand is that grief affects each one of us differently. And we never know how your death, my death, somebody that you may have been close to. I mean, I've seen gangsters. I mean, cold people I know killed other people break down and cry when someone close to them, has died. You ain't never, you never saw anything like that coming from them. They were hard, so you really don't know, and you don't know, and I've said this for a long time, because it was one of my first hustling experiences that I never forgot. You never know anyone until there's money on the table. I don't necessarily mean that figuratively, but in a room of people, family or no family, once you die, there are all kinds of thoughts that are swirling around in people's heads. Some of it comes out because so and so is dead. What did she do with her mink coat? Because there's money on the table. I heard Uncle so and so had XYZ. Man, if you all get a chance, there is a Samuel Jackson movie that is out now. I think it's on Apple TV. It's called The Life and Times of Ptolemy Gray. It is, in fact, I want to suggest to some people, particularly those people who are in a position where they want to get a trust, and even for those that have wills, I'd like to suggest that people watch that. It's a 6 or 7 episode series about of the role that Samuel Jackson plays of Ptolemy Gray, who in the beginning has dementia, crazy as a loon. He eventually gets some medication from a doctor that restores his memory. And in restoring his memory, he remembers where he buried 2 gold coins, and he finds them. And each one of those gold coins is worth anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 a piece. He then remembers, he also found with those 2 gold coins a safe deposit key. And he eventually goes into his safe deposit and finds an even rarer gold coin that's worth about $17 million. Now, he decides that he's going to set up a trust fund with a then 17-year-old girl who took care of him. There was no sexual relationship with them. He had a need. She had a good heart. She was just a good-hearted person. But she was tough. And she came in and took care of him, cleaned up the place. And she cleaned up the place because she needed someplace to stay. But he decided to set up this trust and put her in charge. But she was not a member of his family. And his family was all bent out of shape. But in his trust, he made sure that each one of his remaining family members, she was instructed to give them so many dollars per month for the rest of their lives to take care of their bills and, you know, whatever mortgage they may have had, anything. In fact, he had a nephew, a grandnephew, that she was instructed to leave some money in his account at the prison, because he knew that, you know, he wasn't locked up at the time, but he knew the path that he was on. He was going to get locked up. So we're going to make sure you get some money in your canteen. but as it was ending, the one family member decided that she was going to continue to fight to get this young girl, who was now 18 years old and able to, you know, take care of the trust business, was able to, she wanted to make sure, she wanted to wrestle that money back from that young girl. In addition to his trust that he had, the character that Samuel Jackson played had sense enough to go to another attorney, one separate from the one who set up the trust for him, and then set up a video telling his family members what he was doing, why he was doing it, and that, and while he was on there, this other attorney asked him a couple of questions that were designed to prove that he was in his right mind, that he could, he was able to make lucid, you know, decisions, you know. And it was, in fact, it was one of these series. I'm gonna go back and watch it again, but this time I'm going to have a notepad with me, because there were some thoughts that crossed my mind while I was watching it that said, this is going to be good for collective conversations. You know, it's just another example of how we need to make sure that we have our affairs in order. You know, so the life and times of Ptolemy Gray, and Ptolemy is spelled starts with a P. I'll put it in the chat so that if any of you have a chance, check it out. So where are we? Oh, I know. There was one thing I wanted to mention to us. When we have the chance, I'm going to suggest, unless there's some objection, I'm going to suggest that the presentation that I do tomorrow, inshallah, will be the last one that we do until we can get a better handle on each weekly program that we would like to start to do in, say, April. Because, and I'm just speaking for myself, what I recognized was, and this was my failure in not getting to flip calls in advance, a posting on our website, so that when people do go to it, they will see my presentation as opposed to Adam's presentation still being there. So the thought is that if we know in advance what we're going to be doing each Monday, starting, say, in April, we need to have a mechanism on our website. We need to have a mechanism on our website that as each presentation comes up, it can automatically be loaded onto the website. Or we can even have a page where they're all posted.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well, it's not.
I think there's an easier solution to
Okay.
that, and there may be as much as a, say if we do something on a Monday, there may be a 72-hour lag time, so it may not appear until Thursday, which is kind of the norm, unless you're doing it live. It's being presented live at, and you can't edit it or anything like that. So usually 48 to 72 hours, because we have a YouTube channel where really and truly every one of these collective conversations can land on the YouTube channel. So on our webpage, really and truly the only thing that we have to have is a link to our YouTube channel. So that at any time that someone visits the webpage, if they click on the link to our YouTube channel, they can see the most recent collective conversation, but they'll also have access to all of the collected conversations that have been posted. So I think if I get you that link, that if you add that simply to the webpage, then they're all going to, every one of them that we decide we want to post. I mean, there may be a disaster in there that we say we don't want to put that on there, but everyone that we wish to post on there will be there automatically.
So let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm understanding. Because what? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Mom.
Oh, alaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah.
What I was understanding, or what I was talking about is, like the pre-marketing for what you're doing. And are you saying that could be on our YouTube channel?
Well, so
the pre-marketing.
If you want it, the best, I'm going to say the best forum for doing pre-marketing is not our webpage. I'm going to say the best forum for doing pre-marketing is social media.
Okay, but I that I understand, but what
and on our webpage,
right now,
what happens on our webpage is we should have finished product.
No, but what happens right now when people want to get the Zoom link, they've got to register on Graceline. So
yeah, what I'm saying, destroy that. Destroy that step.
Okay.
And let's actually win people. In other words, let's do something that actually draws people to us. And that's the content. And if they enjoy the content, then not only they're going to comment on the content, they're going to do what a friend of Imam Tariq did and say, I'm interested in being a part of that. How do I become a part of it? Just from Adam's presentation, somebody who's not a part of our community, somebody that's not a part of our race, has said, I got to be a part of that. So we won that particular person. And the more information that we actually get out there to people, we're going to win more people that are solid. I understand our rapid desire to rapidly increase the numbers so we can get to that 3,000 threshold or whatever. I actually think we can do that faster on social media as well, as opposed to people visiting the website. The traffic's simply not great enough to use the website for that purpose, but there are enough people trolling or whatever, visiting social media, that if we use social media properly, we're going to get the numbers. There's just, I mean, millions and millions and millions of people on social media every day.
Okay.
And we've got 35 to 40 people visiting the website in any given week.
Okay.
So let's go to where the people are.
No, I agree. I just, you know, for me, it's just, it sounds good. I'm just not a social media person. So
Understood.
I'm gonna have to depend.
Right.
I'm gonna have to.
So here, Imam Tariq, this is what you have to do. I'm the shyest person that there is at a party. I'm the person in the corner, not talking to anybody. Well, Monday morning at 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock on Friday, as a marketing person, salesperson, business person, you can't get me to shut up. I got to have multiple towels to wipe my head because I'm sweating so hard because I'm working and talking all day like I'm the extrovert. So whatever you have to do that's allowed to make it a success, snap out of who you think you are and become who you need to be. That's what you have to do. I don't love social media, but I understand that it's an incredible tool. I can use a nail gun or I can use a hammer and a bucket of nails. Which one's going to get my job done quicker? We have to do it. And that's each and every one of us. Because I see y'all on social media, some of y'all. So just make sure that you're promoting Graceline, you're promoting collective conversations while you're doing all your other stuff. Because I do it every day. In my 5 minutes, I promise you I'm posting something about our upcoming programs across social media. So we can do it. And I get emails from people going, I don't know you, but thank you for sending me this. I'll be tuning in. So, I mean, I don't know those people. We just have to do it. And I wish we had some, well, no, I don't, because I don't want to pay Facebook any money. So I take that back. But you know, there are means and ways of actually enhancing your reach. But I'm not wise enough right there to know the best spend of money. But I will get to you, or I'll get to Flipcause our link to YouTube, to our YouTube channel. And those of you who don't know that we have a YouTube channel, all you gotta do is go to YouTube and type in Graceline Community. It'll come up. And you'll see our first, I want to say our first one or two. I think there are a couple, maybe just the one with Adam is on there under collective conversations, but there might be, I think there's another couple, 3 or 4 videos, probably from the webinars, seminars that we did in 2023. Are also on as well. So but I think that if you want to find collective conversations at the moment, because we have so few videos, you have to first go to Graceline Community, and then that'll take you to collective conversations. Because there are a lot of, I found out there are a lot of people using that language in describing their content. The collective conversations is widely used.
Hey, Adam, you got something you got to say, want to say, trying to say?
Well, not that I got to say, but I just want to say assalamu alaikum.
Oh, well,
Alaikum salam. How's everybody?
Walaikum salam. Doing well, brother. How are you?
Doing good. What I miss?
It was all about you, and you won't hear none of it.
Yeah. So I know for me, and I'm trying to get this Zoom down pat for a couple of reasons. One, for our collective conversation stuff, and two, for having the program on AM360. So I'm in the learning process. So any technical stuff we need to deal with. Now, any suggestions technically?
Well, one of the things that came up over the weekend on a program that I was assisting on was how to, so getting like a background as far as like scenery and different stuff like that. That's pretty easy. But if you wanted to upload copyrighted like music and things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
to add to that, I had a problem with that. I could never quite make it happen. And I don't know if anybody else has worked with that or tried that. Do you have a musical background to the presentation? You know, like you music until you start. Then if you go to a break, there's music, and you go out with music and things like that. Of how to do that with Zoom, and I didn't get a satisfactory answer when I put a question into Zoom chat. They sent me to this list of steps to go, and when I did those steps, it didn't work. So I don't know if anybody, especially Omar, is up on most of the stuff of how to make that happen.
And that's important, especially for, it might not be much on a half an hour segment, but an hour and a half or an hour. I know, and that's something that AM360 needs to find out about, because we did have PSAs and things on the last when we were on Blog Talk. Right now, we don't know how to take PSAs or how to take a break and let music play or something play in the background. Or if I record 5-minute speech or something that might be applicable for what I'm talking about, not a video but just a speech, how to play that. So that's something that if anybody knows about, let me know.
Yeah, I very well might place a call to Zoom tomorrow. They've been begging me to call them and talk to them. So I might actually take them up on that to see if there's a particular level. Because I mean, I'm on the professional, whatever that tier is. If I need to go to a higher level to have more options, or if I need to specifically purchase a particular package, additional package for, or designate a particular broadcast as being something a little different than what I normally do. And I know that they have those options, you know, that you can purchase a package for just this particular presentation. I need to know, because that being able to integrate, like you say, Adam, music, speeches, an ad or something into that programming, that would have been beneficial over the weekend, the program that I was involved in. And because we're scheduling these collective conversations for a long period of time, it would be good for us to have something standard there for bringing us in and taking us out of programming. I think would be great. So hopefully we'll get some information on that, and we'll share it all around in our community to everybody that's trying to do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sister Martha, do you know what level are we on? AM 360 is on?
What level?
Yeah. What packet? What billing? What plan that we on?
Oh, we're on
the dollar amount.
159, the Pro Workplace Pro.
Pro Workplace Pro.
Yeah, that's the same one that I'm on at.
How much you paying for that?
It's like 21 bucks a month, I guess, with the taxes and stuff.
Ours is $159.90 for the year.
How much? Okay. Well, why can't we go to the next level?
I don't have an answer for you other than just wasn't discussed.
Well, y'all got to think bigger. You at least should go to the $50 a month level. When y'all meet again?
We meet again. Well, we can have a call meeting because our board meeting was just this Thursday, and AM360 host meeting is every week now, every Saturday.
It is.
Yes, we had started yesterday.
When did y'all? Oh, never mind. I'll talk to you right now. I got an email Saturday morning about an hour before the meeting, and that's the first. That was the first I heard of that.
Yeah, we had just come to that conclusion after we assessed that everyone was not. Yeah, we assessed that everyone. Kareem Hamid is sitting and acting CEO while Latifah is away, and we were discussing, seeing that not everyone was having ease into doing their presentation and continuing to learn all the other benefits. We decided, hey, don't let the train keep going. Let's.
Do me a favor, whoever.
Okay.
Tell them to send, if you're trying to change it like that, rather than do it the same day, they should be sending emails out every day, every other day, reminding people that we're meeting every Saturday now. Because,
like I said, we just decided that Friday as a discussion, because at the end of the week, that's how we discovered that not everyone was having an ease at it.
Okay. Well, but I'm talking in terms of letting people know that there is a meeting. Yes. I didn't know there was a weekly meeting until just now.
Like I say, for those who did not see it, it's still is going to be weekly.
But no, you need to send it out again until they see it.
And you have it down for recurring. But
Yeah, I feel like
Every,
you
I
heard
think,
it,
I,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Sister Kalita.
Yeah, usually we just, and this is new to me too, and I probably overlooked it because they've been sending out the same invite for all of the meetings.
I know.
But I didn't, now that it has been articulated to us, we'll be looking for that, and you should get an email because that's a big jump from quarterly. And so if we're going to be going every week, and we'll get, I'll speak with Sister Martha as well and see if we can get those emails out because I was not aware of that as well.
Oh, okay, I don't feel bad then.
yeah,
But do me a favor. Can you start afresh? Kill all the emails, everything, because I get the same meeting email 6 times a day. So I've become immune to emails from CWSC. I don't even open them up. So can we start afresh, kill everything, and then restart it up? Because if I'm gonna get 6, 7 emails a day, and then most of them are, I don't know if they're relevant or not or whatever, and some is the old stuff, I quit opening them up
okay.
because they take too much of my. What do you say?
I said, because I do the same thing. I get
I mean,
6,
it's
and they're all the same email.
same thing. It's irrelevant to me. I
Okay.
don't know which one is valid and which one's not.
So kill the chain that's been going. Just kill it and
Just
start a brand new, fresh email.
let me
Which
follow
maybe
you.
you have to type in everybody's name again or
Copy and
whatever.
paste.
Yeah, but don't have it tied to any other email that you're responding back or anything. 100% fresh email, like this is the first message that's ever been sent.
And then when you have different people working on it, they don't never cooperate. I'm sure getting 5 emails from the same program, that more than one person probably set that up. And it's the one that goes to Google too. What's the Google invite or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, they're still on there.
They sent that out from AM3, from Blog Talk and whatever. So kill everything. Kill it. And start again. That's my suggestion.
Thank you all for that. Alhamdulillah. All right. So kill all the weekly reminders that come out.
Whichever one is tied to the Google. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
If I got my Google Calendar, when I go to my Google Calendar, it's full of everything on there CWSC. So.
Okay. Okay, I'll go there right now.
And a lot of that's gone, irrelevant, or whatever. And it just clutters my stuff up. Okay. And I got about 15,000 emails on my stuff I never even opened up over the years.
So,
not just from CWSC and in general.
No, but I'm saying for CWSC, you're saying when you say kill it, that means go and clear the calendar of anything that has been going out.
Right. And then start again.
Restart again. Okay.
Now we have our African American history thing on there. We have on this day in 1995. Those have been coming out. You're saying
no, those don't worry about those. Anything that has to do with a meeting.
Okay.
Or programming.
Or program.
All righty. Okay.
Because those you should be able to go in, and if it's a Google Meet thing, you should be able to go in and hit delete, and it'll ask you if you want to delete all future references to that, and you should be able to do it, and then they should all be gone.
Okay, so Graceline is on here too as one, so we'll. Okay.
We won't feel bad if he kill ours.
Yeah, because you'll get something from me on a weekly basis
That's
that's
what
fresh.
we get weekly from you.
That's fresh though. That's not a chain. That's if I forget to send it, you won't get it.
Oh. So
It's not an automatic. I actually have to generate that every week.